Hello, everyone. I hope everyone is having a good year so far, as we are at the end of January of this year of 2026. And today I'm going to be doing yet another product review, and this product is the Dragon Wheels from Powell Petrol, or Petrol if I said it correctly. So this video is just going to be my thoughts on the products, what I liked, what I didn't like about them, and it's just my overall review. Now, I first got this wheel months back in April, and then I set this board up in April too. But I uploaded that video in May with the whole complete setup and everything. But that's not important. So I figured, since I wanted to get a new setup, I figured I would get a size up for wheels, and it would be a 54 millimeter, which is what I have right here. Now, the reason why I got this wheel was because a homie of mine that goes to the local park that I go to, he was getting the exact same wheel, and it was a 56 millimeter. And he says that the wheel was great, and it helps him with skating slippery indoor skate park floors, that when dust catches on your wheel, you'll tend to slip out, especially when you're skating very slippery and smooth wooden ramps at indoor skate parks. So that got me thinking, I might as well give it a try, because I hate slipping out on indoor skate park floors, and it's hard for me to control my movements and churning when I'm doing my tricks going really fast. So I figured I would get this. So again, this is the 54 millimeter size, and the thickness is a 93A. Now, with most skateboard wheels, it would be up to 99 to 101 in hardness, according to Spitfire wheels. And as I was skating this, when I was first skating it, it felt really smooth, like a complete longboarding wheel, which I didn't mind at first. Well, actually, I did mind, but still, like, I was starting to get used to it. And it felt like so smooth as you're riding, because you couldn't hear anything. Like, it was such a smooth ride just pushing on it. Like, I couldn't hear the bearings ringing, because of course the bearings were new too. But the important thing is that the wheels, it was very smooth. And I say it was very grippy on the smooth skate park surface when you're skating it outdoors. Now, as I was skating this further down the road, I started to get more used to it, and the shape of this is more like a OG shape, I think, which is again similar to Spitfire. And I'll explain the differences on the Spitfire wheel and this wheel later on. That's a I had a huge lunch. But anyways, now when skating obstacles on this thing, especially when doing grinds, I felt it was kind of sticky. But it was more stickier when I was doing 50-50 grinds on circle rails, because whenever I tried to get on it in a complete heel lock, which means I'm going on the edge of the wheel, say this is the flat bar and this is the wheel, I'm heel locking onto it fully. When I perfectly lock into it, I tend to like vibrate, and it causes a lot of it causes a lot of friction when I'm doing it. So I found that to be a little bit of a problem when I was doing that. But of course, if I apply the wax, it wouldn't be a problem. But like, even if there was like a bit of wax on it and just doing the trick properly, I would still feel some friction every now and then. Now, when skating this at indoor parks, the homie said that skating this kind of wheel in indoor parks would help with the grippiness of the slippery indoor parks. And I was proven completely wrong on that, because even if I was skating this wheel and going super fast, I would still be slipping out every now and then when dust would come onto this and wipe it off. But again, this is just my opinion and my experience on this. You guys at home might have a different opinion on this wheel. Now, and again, the reason why I picked this wheel was because of how I was told that this wheel will have a better grip on indoor skate parks that are very slippery, and I did not see much results with that. So it was kind of a little bit more slipperier than I thought. As to skating asphalt and skate parks on the pavement outdoors, it was the exact opposite. But again, when skateboarding on rails, I tend to find a lot of friction that comes onto the wheel when I'm completely heel locking into that. Now, I was starting to see some little wear in there. It's starting to look like a 53 millimeter wheel. Before it was complete 54 and it was a bit bigger, but I kind of thought it was like a size 56. Now, let's compare this to one of my Spitfire wheels that I have right here. Now, this one is the OG, I believe, and this is the 53 millimeter. Now, as you can see, it's a bit smaller, actually. It looks like a 48 millimeter wheel because I've been skating it for 2 straight years. And this wheel right now has only been skating for a few months. So if you put them together like this, you don't really see much of a difference. But if you were to do it this way, see, this is the Spitfire and this is the Dragon wheel. It seems pretty close. So I believe after skating this for another year or two, I'd say it would be shrinking down more because I've been doing a lot more like reverts and pivots with this wheel more often. So, do I think this is a good wheel? I say yes for the most part, and sometimes no, because like I said, again, when you're doing grinds on circle rails, I get a lot of friction when doing that, but it's really no biggie. Or maybe I said it was a biggie, but then again, I'm not sure. Again, these are just my thoughts. And it doesn't seem like a very special wheel. I believe the overall outcome for this wheel was just a bunch of hype. I think it's just hype. Not that I'm hating on Powell Petra. Like, you made wheels and you made boards. Like, hey, that's great. So yeah, is this a good wheel? For the most part, yes it is. It's a good wheel. And I don't blame you if you like Powell wheels that much. But I believe that the thickness or the hardness of the wheel, since the highest it goes is 93, I thought it would go up to like 99, but well, it didn't, which is fine. Again, it's not really much of a difference with the hardness in these wheels. It's only like 7 millimeters lower, or 7 units of hardness that's like below the 101 meter, which is the highest for Spitfire. And with that being said, that's my thoughts and reviews on the Dragon Powell Petra wheel, which is a size 54. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know I'm not looking at the camera the whole time. I should be looking more at this lens, which is right here, but my eyes keep twitching. But if you have thoughts or have skated this particular wheel before in a different size or a different thickness, which would be 88A, which means the soft tip, comment below on what you think about them. Do you think it's a good wheel for both park and street, or for one or the other? Let me know your thoughts below, and we can learn from each other from there.